take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Whoa, won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings.
Set to kick off.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Love looking to throw it. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
On 20-yard line.
First run back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now a handoff looking right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
10 at the 39-yard.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Quick throw here, caught by Gabriel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. Our receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. first and goal. Now they try the right side here. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now a second down throw for Love here. Gets this one to Hill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Here's Love. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Love 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
To the air again, Love. Incomplete to Hill. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Or the evolution of the game and how these guys and plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
First down, Giants.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Love. His throw incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Fly on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He was brought down by Bud.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man's handle Gabriel. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. That one is caught by Hunt. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Rodgers to throw once more. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And heavy traffic is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Number 24, the ball.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. They'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Now a handoff looking right. Going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and it's 2nd down.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me was a Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LREs.
To throw again. Rodgers to Gabriel, middle of the field. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Vikings 17, Giants 10. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, Giants.
Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Patterson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 40-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6
yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Love. Got a man, Slayton. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Complete to Darius
Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And it'll be intercepted. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
16.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, and the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Clinton Dunbar with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
They'll run with Chubb, and they'll get start this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Second and goal.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
10-yard line.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
That's out to the left and complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Oliver made the tackle.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run it again with Chubb. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Giants, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, this loss will mean they finish the season right at .500 at 8-8. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.